Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Etihad Podcast. I'm Yestidara, and I will be your host today. As our guest, we have Amal Al Teneiji, Strategic Planning and Excellence Director at the Emirati Talent Competitiveness Council. Amal, thank you so much for joining us and welcome to our podcast.
Thank you so much for having me, and I look forward to a fruitful conversation.
So, for starters, just give me a brief rundown of what the council is and what do you do within the council?
So, the Emirati Talent Competitiveness Council was launched back in September 2021 with an objective to launch and deliver Nafis program, a 5-year program that is aims to train, recruit, and qualify Emiratis in the private sector and now the banking sector, while also focusing on other related initiatives, data-based studies that support the UAE's leaders and decision makers.
It was launched during COVID-19, right? So can you walk us through the council's evolution over the past 3 years, especially considering the rapid expansion of its goals?
Right. So the council was launched during the pandemic. So while everyone was busy with the COVID-19 pandemic, our leadership had a far-sighted vision and prioritized its people. And so with the launch of Nafis under the direction of the late President, His Highness Sheikh Khalifa bin Zayed Al Nahyan, directed to allocate a budget of 24 billion dirhams to support 75,000 Emiratis in the private sector. The council has achieved several milestones within less than a year from its launch, and so it has expanded from the 75 to support 170,000 Emiratis over the next 5 years. At a time where the Emiratis in the private sector did not even reach 29,000, we have now, in less than 3 years, increased the total number of Emiratis with now 290% actually within the sector itself. So it just shows how significant Nafis program provides as a support to the Emiratis we've got.
Indeed it does. That is an incredible growth rate. And it seems like the social impact of the program has been amazing. Does this perhaps also extend to other sectors like the economy?
So the impact of Nafis has become very evident, not only socially, but also economically. It has gone beyond just recruiting Emiratis in the private sector, with the program contributing to an increase in the Emirati income today with 50%, and that have contributed to the country's economy when it comes to the non-oil GDP. There has been an increase with an estimated of 0.6, and that purely goes to the contribution of Nafis to the Emirati's income and how it reflects on the economical aspects of things.
So Nafis is now moving from quantity to quality. Could you please elaborate on that and reveal some strategic partnerships, sectoral programs, and new initiatives?
Definitely. So last year, the leadership has directed us to move from quantity to a more quality approach, and we have depended quite a lot on our strategic partnership with the private sector entities along with other governmental entities, and started to launch initiatives and programs that are more towards sectorial based programs. So we have launched the National Health Program, the Industrialist Creatives Program, and so on. Today, Nafis is not only a local program, but also we have international presence with our Nafis International Program in collaboration with Wombadaraته and the German Institute, where we aim to support Emiratis and provide the necessary training opportunities for them and obtain the international exposure in worldwide companies.
I mean, by everything that you've been telling me, the success of Nafis has been incredible. And the UAE leadership has played an instrumental role in this success of the program. Can you talk more about that, the leadership support, and maybe even share some specific numbers, statistics that highlight impact on Emiratis, entities, and schools?
So the achievement of Nafis and where we are today would not have happened if it wasn't for the support of His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan, the UAE President, as well as the continuous oversight of His Highness Sheikh Mansour bin Zayed Al Nahyan, who is also the chairman of the Emirati Talent Competitiveness Council. To give you a little bit of statistics when it comes to where we are today with Emiratization, we have around 118,000 Emiratis in the private sector. 84 of those Emiratis have joined the sector post the launch, recruited in more than the 23 entities across the sector. Additionally, we have enrolled around 5,000 or over 5,500 Emiratis in programs that are related to training and development and healthcare support initiatives.
Just quickly elaborating on some of those success stories that you mentioned, they are a powerful tool for change. And one of the big moves by the ETCC was the establishment of the Nafis Youth Council and initiatives like the Nafis Award. So can you just please tell us more about that and share some inspiring examples for our viewers?
Definitely. So since its inception, Nafis has worked towards changing mindsets of Emiratis, job seekers, parents, and also the private sector entities. One of its main initiatives was establishing the Nafis Youth Council, which aims to connect youth across the sectors, whether they're job seekers or employed. They act as our link in between, our direct link between the council and the private sector. Not only that, but we have the Nafis Your Way campaign, which highlights the successful stories and achievements of both Emiratis and entities of the private sector, which have truly done an incredible job when it comes to the Emiratization agenda. Lastly, I would like to talk about is the Nafis Award, which is launched under the patronage of His Highness Sheikh Mansour bin Zayed Al Nahyan to put the spotlight on Emiratis that have done exceptionally well and achieved greatly in the private sector, whether it's on a professional or personal level, as well as celebrate the successful stories of entities who have truly supported Emiratis when it comes to recruitment, retention, development, and created a working environment that allowed them to flourish and nourish within their fields.